Good morning, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity for me to share with you a few thoughts on this Advent season as we approach Christmas Day. The passage that was given to me was a bit of a surprise. It was Jonah 4, 1 through 3. Remember the story of Jonah and the whale, and we get kind of fixated on the whale and all that took place and sometimes miss the point of what was going on in Jonah's heart. He was called to preach a message of hope and grace to a group of people who really needed what he had to offer as the voice of God and being a prophet as he was. And they responded favorably to his message. That ticked him off. He was aggravated. Strange response of a preacher, really. But in Jonah 4, 1 through 3, it says, "But to Jonah this seemed very wrong," referring to their repentance, "and he became angry. He prayed to the Lord, 'Isn't this what I said, Lord, when I was still at home? That is what I tried to forestall by fleeing to Tarshish. I knew that you were a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love, a God who relents from sending calamity. Now, Lord, take my life away, for it is better for me to die than to live.'" Now, if I were talking to a teenager, I would say, he was a drama king. I often say to my granddaughter, "You're just being a drama queen." But he was exaggerating. And when you come to the grace of God, you can't really exaggerate too much. It's so phenomenal what God offers to us. But really the issue here is the condition of his own heart, that even though he knew that this was the kind of God that he served, something was not right within his own heart. And he was responding to the people of Nineveh from a perspective that I would just say sinful humanity. They deserve to be treated poorly. They deserve to be destroyed. They deserve harsh judgment. And that was his perspective. It reminded me of that movie about Mr. Grinch, the story and the song. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch, a real heel. And in the second verse it says, "Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders, and you've got garlic in your soul." Another verse says, "Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch." The three words that best describe you are as follows. I quote, "Stink, stank, stunk." The fact is that this is an important time of the year for us as families as we join together and as a church, that even though we have felt stressed by COVID and all the other things, the political situation, this is a time where even though we feel that stress, we are called to dig deep and be dispensers of the grace of God. That's what the world is longing for. That's what the world expects of us as Christians. And I know that as you gather around the table and there are people in your life, friend and foe, I suppose, irregular people, people who challenge you, that those are the ones where we have to really dig deep. It's easy to love somebody who loves you in return. It's easy to respond to those who are lovely in their behavior and in their attitude toward you. But to love somebody who is a grouch, who is mean-spirited, who doesn't share your values, is a challenging thing. And so I'm praying for you during this Christmas season that this gives you opportunity to experience grace in measures that are similar to what has been measured out to you, and that is great grace. God bless you all. I love you all.